Have you ever wanted to have a go at making a gorgeous bit of handmade furniture with materials that you can get off the shelf at the hardware store? Well, I'm going to show you how to make a stylish desk with a very high-tech twist. For the desktop, I'm using some alpine oak, which is a beautiful Australian hardwood. And the first thing I need to do is cut it to size. And for that, I'm using this saw guide that you might remember me making a while ago, which is going to give me a perfect straight cut. And with the offcut, I'm going to cut it down and make a shelf. And to give the shelf a bit of interest, I'm going to be cutting the legs on an angle. To get that angle, I'm going to be using a speed square. It's as easy as setting this pivot point to the top edge, and then you just mark it on. Now, I think a lot of you will be able to relate to me when I say how annoying it is when you're trying to look for the charger around the house. And if you've got a big family, you're probably fighting over who gets to use it. Well, I have the solution, because this desk isn't only going to be stylish, it's going to be smart. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm going to be installing a wireless charger. So the idea is to install this to the underside of the desk, but the problem is the timber's too thick for the signal to get through. So I'm going to router a hole to sit this in, and then we'll only have a thin layer of timber on top. So the first thing I need to do is make a template for my router to follow. So the way this is going to work is this guide on our router is going to follow our template that we just made around. So we can sit this wherever we want the hole on our desks. But the other thing to remember is, because the timber's so thick, you want to go down in stages. So I'll be taking off around 4 mil at a time. Beautiful. And while I've got the router out, I'm just going to change the bit over to a round over bit and just finish off the top edges. It's time to put this wireless charger in place. For that, I'm just using some hot glue. I'll put some dobs around the outside and then glue it up from underneath. I have drilled a hole in the center of our rebate that we've made, and that's so the red light will shine through. So when you're sitting at your desk, you know where the center of the charger is and where to sit your device. I'm ready to bring this desk together. First off, I'm assembling the shelf. Now I'm flipping it over and adding a frame, which is going to give this top extra strength. That you can pick up from Bunnings. I'm just using a clear cabothane, and because it's a natural timber, you just want to make sure that you seal it on the top and the bottom. Oh, how spectacular has this turned out. And the best thing is we've kept this build nice and simple, so it's definitely a job that you can do on the weekend. Now, would you believe, for all these materials and supplies, it has only come to $250. That's for an Australian hardwood desk. But the big question is, does the charger work? Let's give it a go. Beautiful. Now, you may ask, why don't you just sit the charger on the table? But this way, you've cleared all the clutter and cables. And also, your charger will never go missing again.